of Life is Strange. I'm joined today by a friend who actually recommended the game for me.
Yeah, hi.
Yeah,
Yeah. Um, I hadn't finished the game by that point, but you're still too amazing to not give the recommendation. So
yeah. And I played I actually played it that much that I got to the same point at one time.
yeah, yeah, you almost caught up. It was
Yeah,
you actually made me push to actually finish the game ahead of you,
yeah,
which I managed to do, but it was just about.
yeah. Because I
So,
really hard played the last few sessions.
yeah, you did. No, but it's such an amazing game.
Yeah,
I got to say that.
and it's a pretty different game because you make choices and that affects the story. Like every
Yeah,
choice
yeah,
actually does, and
yeah. But
that's not common.
no, definitely not.
Uh,
And for you guys actually listening, if you haven't understood that yet, this is going to be a review of the entire game,
yeah,
spoilers included.
with
So
with almost all our choices discussed.
yeah, we're going
Yeah.
to get to that later in
If
this
you want
discussion.
to, if you don't have the game but want to see the game before this, check my live series of the entire playthrough.
Yeah, and if you want to play it yourself, and you're always welcome to come back to this review later,
Yeah,
or yeah, but make this your final warning.
yeah,
So
because
spoilers incoming.
yeah,
So
we're spoiling the whole game actually.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So let's go through the episodes one by one
Yeah,
and check both our
Chrysalis.
choices.
Yeah, Chrysalis, the
Yeah,
first episode.
yeah,
Kind of like it's actually it was kind of I don't know if you could call it a slow start, but I
yeah,
was very like I haven't looked up too much about this game before I started it. I didn't know
yeah,
that much. Um, so I was very uncertain. I didn't even know there was time, time mechanic in it.
yeah,
It was just some kind of game that many people said was good. So I thought, okay, and it was quite cheap when I bought it as well. So I
yeah.
was like, yeah, it worth a shot.
I
But
actually bought it for around €3, so it was really cheap for me.
yeah, a little bit more expensive for me since I bought it when it was only a few weeks old, I think.
Yeah,
But then didn't play it for a while, as you can understand, since I just finished ahead of Pope here.
yeah,
But like it was, it almost crept upon you in the entire first episode. It feels like, what can you
yeah,
expect? And your choices that you do they actually matter? You know,
yeah.
you knew nothing at start
Yeah,
really.
but when it escalated, it escalated really fast.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and like I said, I played the first two episodes, and then I took a long break
yeah,
because I started episode three and I got really scared, so I couldn't get myself to continue right then and there.
yeah. Then I kind of pushed you with my live series,
Yeah,
and you had
exactly.
to be before me, do everything before me.
Yeah, I wanted to see you play, to see how you reacted to all the stuff that I've been reacting to already, and
Yeah,
then I realized, oh, you're about to catch me up. Like I'm just done season episode two. I'm
yeah.
watching you play episode two right
I
now.
we have to
I
say
gotta
that
finish the game now.
we have to say this. It's 5 episodes totally, and
Yes.
episodes 1, 2, 3 is about 2 to 3 hours, and episode 4 and 5
Yeah.
is 3 to 4 hours. I think it depends on
Yeah.
how much you check everything.
Yeah. How thorough you are, and
Yeah,
I think I'm a little bit way thorough, so I think I will have higher playtime even in this one playthrough
yeah, but I don't
than you
think in the
have.
last
I'm guessing.
in the last 2 episodes I had pretty much. I'm
Yeah.
checked a lot.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
became better at that.
Well. Yeah.
Yeah, and
But
let's
man.
yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, we have to explain a lot of the story to you to understand his choices.
Yeah.
This is like nonsense if you don't know the story.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Like going into this and just saying what it says there, like no, it doesn't work
yeah,
that way.
no,
So the game starts off. You're in the classroom. You're in photo high school, I think,
It's an
or
art school, I guess, for different
yeah,
cars.
some kind of
I
art
really
school
don't
with
know why they
science
have
as
a
well.
science class in that school then.
No, me neither. But
Uh,
we'll let that slide. I don't know how
yeah,
the
and they have a
American school
swimming.
works.
Yeah, and they actually have an athletic team in an art school. That's pretty strange, but
Yes.
yeah, life is strange, like they say.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Boom, we got it in there. Uh,
yeah. I actually got it in the
no,
first episode also.
yeah, and you mean the first few minutes?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I,
Yeah.
I
Anyway, you
just,
start off in this like classroom, and you finish off school class, and you go out, and you have a nice little waltz to nice music to go into the bathroom. You know, just because you need apparently,
yeah,
and you get in there, and all of a sudden, people stumble in and end up a girl getting shot. That's pretty like really quickly what happens.
yeah.
But like I said, you probably have played through the game as yourself
If
or
you
to
stay
watch
this,
someone else do it. So
if you stay this long, you probably have.
yeah, exactly. And if you haven't, well,
Go back.
yeah, your mistake. like,
Yeah,
and yeah, then that's when you learn you have those time mechanics, and you reverse time. You try to save a girl, and you succeed. I succeeded.
I
I think
succeeded.
second try. I think. I didn't think I made it like in the second retry, I should say, not like the first time over when I knew I had time powers.
Yeah,
I had to rewind an additional time. But you come out and like you start the fire alarm, you go out, and there's the principal want to talk to you.
yeah,
And this is where the first choice comes in.
yeah. Nathan is the guy with the gun.
Exactly. Nathan is the guy with the gun, and
Both of us
you don't know the girl.
Yeah,
Like, because one
you
of you
don't know
in the
who she
girl's
is yet.
bathroom, which, yeah,
You
exactly.
know her, but you don't know who it is. The character knows her,
Actually, in the
doesn't she?
5 years ago, but
Yeah.
if you actually listen close, she in the start of the game, she doesn't know who she is. It's only later in the game she actually understands that was you, like. But we get to that later.
Yeah.
So yeah, you have the you go to the principal. You have the choice: do you want to report Nathan for having a gun in the girls' bathroom, or you're gonna hide it away? You're gonna hide the truth and
We both reported
I don't
him.
know, take care of Nathan some other way. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
And he's
yeah.
from kind of a powerful family, so that makes it harder to choose that actually.
Yeah, exactly. His family pretty much owns the town,
Yeah.
almost. Actually, they own the school you go in,
Yeah.
or whatever you say. But
They have
yeah.
powerful friends there at least.
yeah, in very much so.
Yeah. So
Yeah, we
that,
both reported them.
yeah, we got kind of mixed reactions for that, I guess I call it. Because they pointed out that his family is powerful and that stuff, if I remember
Yeah.
it correctly.
And she pretty much painted a big what do you call it, crosshair on her back, I would guess you would say.
Yeah,
But yeah,
yeah,
that's
that's the beginning of the game.
yeah. And then man. I don't even know how to talk about this game. There's so much I want to say.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
so
The other choice is actually about a situation that you were kind of responsible for, in a way.
yeah,
Because
Victoria,
Victoria,
which is
yeah, she's kind of the school's, how do you say, so-called popular girl.
yeah, a little bit of a diva, a little bit of
Yeah,
she makes sure everyone else is lower than her.
yeah,
I would guess you would say. She's not a nice one.
yeah. Everything is about her.
Yes.
Yeah.
Uh,
So we
so,
actually
yeah.
dropped a bucket of paint on her, kind of,
Yes. In a
and then we
we
comforted
go
her.
to yeah, we go that's a weird thing really, but like you make sure first, like she doesn't let you in her dorm. She says you should go fuck yourselfy. Like what? And then you're just like, okay, how do I get in?
Yeah.
And then you have to just start the sprinklers and make sure she doesn't sit on the stairs. And then, as you said, drop a bucket of paint on her.
Yeah. Pretty mean,
And
but
yeah, and then in the end, comfort her.
yeah,
But
that's
yeah, that's what we
yeah.
both did.
She shouldn't suspect us. That's why, I guess.
Yeah. And
If we made
to be
fun of
fair,
her, she could have suspected us.
yeah, or at least not been as nice.
Yeah.
You know, it's all about like I guess in the in the end we were both decent human beings, so we felt like, nah, she's had enough. I don't know.
I was for the hiding of the truth.
Oh, okay.
I am
Maybe I
decent,
was
but
the only decent.
she kind of deserved it. Sorry, but she did. She said really mean things, and actually that comforted me in the when the game proceeded from here, because she deserved it if you know the rest. A
Yeah.
pretty long time, at least. She did. She's a pretty crappy person to some people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah. And then we met this David guy, that security guard.
Yeah, exactly. Security guard on Blackwell Academy, as the school is called, where you go.
Yeah, and he's kind of
Uh,
hard ass.
yeah, ex-military, which you learn later. He has this kind of what would you say, a camera?
Yeah.
He loves seeing everything.
Yeah, he's
Pretty
one
much.
of those people you say that they have a stick somewhere.
Yeah,
In
probably. I
a
don't
place
know.
we shouldn't talk about.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah, you get the point at least. He's a uptight, yeah, and he has to know it all. He's kind of paranoid, I guess.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but
Definitely
I
paranoid.
think he has. Is it PTS or what is it?
PTSD.
PTSD, yeah, kind of. A small.
Not so strong. He can still manage a full-time work.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. He
So
has some kind of trauma
yeah,
from the war.
he's been changed from the war. It's like there's no one getting away from them. I don't think.
Yeah.
I haven't been to war. I don't know anyone who's been to war, but
No.
like, there's no way you can come from that unaltered.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
There's no way you can come
You
back to
see
exactly the
some.
same person.
You see some in. If I like say it in nice words, some despiceful things. What you should say.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see too much.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, and then later we get to realize that girl was Chloe.
Yeah. After like the choice with David, like the big security guard, he's harassing a student that you know is Kate.
Yeah.
She's in your class. She's in your class. She's a quite quiet girl, quite shy. Feels like
Yeah.
she doesn't seem to be that good when you talk to her. If you talk to her
Yeah.
when you're in class at the start of the game, there's a chance you can talk to her there.
She seems to be really innocent, actually.
Yeah, and you don't know why he's after her, and you have no idea. But you have a choice. Do you want to take a photo to make sure that you have proof of them talking to him being almost aggressive, like almost physically aggressive towards Kate, or do you want to try to intervene, try to stop it?
And we intervened. First, I actually took the
Yes.
photo.
Actually,
I
I
rewinded.
intervened. I intervened. Then I rewinded to try what a photo did, and then I completely like thought, no, that's not what I want to do. I want to intervene. So I did the classic thing of like trying both of them, but choosing the one I took first.
I almost never went back when I chose something.
Me neither. I've seen some guys actually try every single choice to know what they do, pretty much, or whatever you can learn. It doesn't show everything that it changes. But I try to just think it through. What do I want to do and stick to it?
Yeah.
And those few times that I actually rewinded, oftentimes I actually ended up with what I chose first. But yeah, as you said,
I went with a little gut feeling.
Yeah. I just I rather I'd rather be a nice friend to Kate than having any kind of evidence for whatever good that would be. Because I had no idea. Why would I take a photo for my own pleasures? Like, why would I take a photo instead of
the main person, Max, or what was the full name?
Maxine, I believe.
Yeah,
Maxine or Maxime.
She's like a photo crazy person.
Yeah, she has this instant camera.
One person I know will strangle me if she sees this. So she better not when I say that, because she's even worse.
Okay, well, okay. No, she loves her camera.
Yeah, she's addicted to it.
She's way better at camera than social interactions, you could probably say. But yeah. But then you end up parking lot. You meet a guy, which in the science class, as we said earlier, called Warren.
He's kind of into you.
Yeah, you can say that. Yeah. And all of a sudden, the guy from the bathroom, Nathan, comes up from behind. And this actually, since I've tried both of them, and I've seen both of them, both reporting Nathan and hiding the truth at the first choice, both of the times he will actually confront you. If you actually told the principal about him, he will have something more to say, like more, I'd say more, oh man. Oh, never mind. More to say, at least. And it ends up Warren getting a beating, trying to defend you. And then this girl that was shot at the start, driving up in a car, almost hitting you. And then you found out this is your old childhood friend, Chloe, which you known 5 years earlier when you lived in this town before moving.
And then you kind of moved out with your parents, and she felt abandoned.
Yeah, since her father died around the same time.
Yeah, in a car accident. And we will come back to that, trust me.
Yeah, we will.
That's a big part of the game, actually.
Yeah, it is.
It gets pretty big. Yes, but still. Then you go home to Chloe when you met her and that stuff. Are you? Yeah. And then then you fall around there, and Mr. What should we call him? Mr. Step Douche?
Yeah, she call him, or well, she calls him all kinds of funny names.
Yeah.
But yeah, Step Douche is a good one.
He seems like a douche there.
Yeah, he definitely
and
does.
He finds
you met him against Kate, and now you find him here.
Yeah,
like being in the house.
Sergeant Step Douche and all the things. It's pretty funny, actually.
Yeah, Sergeant Step Douche. Yeah, that's an awesome name. We'll call him for David or Sergeant Step Douche. It depends on what is he nice or not.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And he gets up in the room because you start the stereo.
Yeah,
because he doesn't
with some punk music, which apparently he hates for some reason.
And he finds a joint.
Yes.
Yeah, and this is where I took the blame for the joint.
Yeah, this is a kind of special situation. Here we got 4 things that couldn't happen. Because when he says he's coming in, Chloe can barricade the door for a certain amount of time. I don't know exactly how long.
Yeah,
and you have a chance to hide.
Where?
In the closet.
But I couldn't get into the closet.
Yes, because you didn't rewind. When you open the closet, to explain this to you guys, if you haven't seen it or if you don't care, you may know exactly what I'm talking about. But here we go. You open the closet first time, a lampshade or a lamp with the shade on it falls in front, so you can't get in.
Yeah.
And what you need to do is to rewind until the door's closed. Then you lift the lampshade out of the way, and then you open, and then you can step in. You can hide in there.
Yeah.
And then, if you haven't found a place to hide, then you either can take the blame for the joint, or you can blame Chloe.
Yeah.
If you manage to hide, you can either stay hidden while Chloe takes the blame for it, or you can come out of hiding to intervene.
Yeah. If you come out of hiding to intervene, are you? Yeah. I guess you can take the blame now.
I don't know what happens actually when you do that. But I haven't tried. I haven't seen anyone.
My guess is that you can choose to let her take the blame, or you can take the blame.
Probably that you take the blame.
Yeah.
Or at least, or maybe it doesn't even matter about to join anymore. Something else happens.
Yeah.
Since all of a sudden she has a friend there, which apparently he doesn't like her also. I don't. He's a weird guy to start. You don't
He
know
doesn't
really
like her because you intervened earlier.
Yeah, something about that I guess happens. I don't.
Yeah.
I said I don't actually know.
Yeah.
But I managed to stay hidden, and watched Chloe get slapped in the face, which isn't that nice. And she was mad at me when I got out of the closet.
Yeah.
And no pun intended, because there isn't a pun there. While you took the blame, right?
Yeah, I took the blame.
I believe.
I sacrificed myself.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah,
we had
and
two for the first time, we actually had different choices there.
Yeah, and I actually got that pushed in my face for the entire game.
Yes. While I was the nice Maxime who came back to help Chloe to the right path, pretty much. Kind of funny to having this my playthrough and then watching Pope's playthrough at the same time.
Yeah, and I got
how much stick you got for that.
I actually got blackmailed for it.
Yeah, like, it was amazing.
Yeah,
that's not a fun thing. It's like, for me, nothing really happened.
Yeah.
Like, I was nice talked like one time, but other than that, nothing really happened for me. But for you, it stuck to the entire game.
Yeah, they kind of harassed me.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah, everyone knowed about it also.
Yeah.
Everyone harassed me.
Well, I think the David or Step Douche has quite a powerful friend system as well, so he probably
the douche
shared it to everyone he knew.
The douche man.
Yeah, exactly.
Driving around in his douche mobile. Yeah.
But then after Chloe or David leaves, you escape through the window. I don't know why, but you escape through the window, and you drive over to the lighthouse right above Arcadia Bay, which is the town you live in. Yeah. And you go there, have some memories, have a nice talk. You learn about, you learn around this part. You know about Rachel Amber, which is this girl that disappeared 6 months ago.
Yeah, because Chloe got another friend when you were away. It was kind of like you, if I understand her correctly. She was kind of the same.
Apparently surprisingly similar, except for one thing, which you learn later. Well, Maxine can't pretty much fit in anywhere.
Rachel was like a chameleon.
She was explained like a chameleon. She could fit in anywhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, you get that more to that later as well.
Yeah.
And then you sit in front of the lighthouse, and then just like at the start of the game, before you're in the classroom, Max gets a vision.
Yeah.
Or you can call it vision, of this giant storm about to blast Arcadia Bay out of memory, pretty much.
Yeah. And
she finds out that in this dream, the date is for Friday, and we're now on Monday, I believe.
It is
right?
Monday because the
episode
is like
one day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty stressful
so you're
life.
On Monday, and this Friday, the entire town is going to be wiped out, and Maxine sees this as her job, since she has these time rewinding powers, to stop it, to find a way to stop it happen. She
couldn't just do the normal kid thing and think, oh, I don't have to go to school then.
No, exactly. She actually that was Chloe's job.
Yeah,
that was Chloe's job in all of it. Max actually tried to do something about it, or she had a plan to try to do something about it. But then you're waking up from this vision, and you tell Chloe about this everything, and the episode
you can prove it at one point also.
Yeah, but that comes later.
Yeah.
But it ends just like, Max, tell me everything now. Like, and that's how it ends. Like that's episode 1. That's Monday.
Yeah, they have some small choices. Like one thing I just have to mention. I didn't even see this. What pregnancy test?
Oh yeah, this is a small thing. Like in all the questions, we now discussed all the big ones, the things that actually have something.
And some weird part that we can see here, we didn't even realize when we played the game.
Yeah, exactly. There are in this chapter 1. There's 12 minor choices.
Yeah.
that it does change what happens in the story,
Yeah.
but it's nothing important. Like it's nothing
So
major.
just some things who shows to be important later on.
Yeah, exactly. Some things actually change. Like, for example, the first thing here is you let Daniel, which is another student. He's
Yeah.
a painter, you can almost say,
Yeah.
or he writes or he does caricatures, really good
Yeah.
ones to be fair. You had a chance for him to draw your portrait, and if you let him, first of all, that's going to be if you look on your computer later on, it's going to be on your Facebook page. That's going to be your picture, like you post or Max to change your picture to that. At a later episode, you can use that as a way of making him believe more in himself as a in himself. You make him believe more in himself, and like he's really happy for that. So that actually gives something change. But yeah, the one you mentioned, pregnancy test.
I didn't even realize there were a pregnancy test in this game.
Yeah, it was really hard to find.
Yeah.
Dana, a girl in the corridor, she, you follow her through. There's quite a few things you can do, like happens to her early in the game, and like her friend thinks that she's
sleeping with her boyfriend.
Exactly, which is a total lie, just told by Victoria.
What a surprise.
The mean girl. And then after helping her, you can get into her room and you can get a flash drive, which you need for the story, to bring to Warren. You're right there in the story right now. And while looking at her in the room, which is a weird thing that you can do, she's sitting right there. She can see you, and you go through the trash, you go through her computer. Like, really? But yeah, you do.
Who does that?
Yeah, exactly. And if you go through the trash can, I believe it was, or right, but next to the trash can, you can find a pregnancy test.
Oh.
You can then pull it up, and you can see that it is positive. It's positive. And then Dana gets angry at you, and she commands you to leave the room.
Oh. I would do that too if someone went through my things.
Yeah, and absolutely a pregnancy test. Like, you don't know.
Stay out of
whatever.
that.
Yeah, exactly. And the choice here, you touched Dana's pregnancy test or you didn't touch. The funny part is mine is didn't touch, because what I did, because this game is funny. If you learn something and rewind, you have that knowledge still.
Yeah.
Which is part of the main mechanics of this game. So I learned about the pregnancy test, you kicked me out. I rewinded time, talked to her, I can then talk about the pregnancy test.
Yeah.
So talking with her about it, she became a way better friend. She invited me to this party, which is later in the game you actually go to.
Yeah.
At least I did it.
I didn't get invited that way.
I don't know if there's a way to not go to the party. I don't actually know.
No, I actually don't think it is. But I got invited in another way. I kind of, talked my way to it.
Yeah, me too, actually. I got in twice.
Oh.
But yeah, that's the way you can get to the party.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's the pregnancy test.
Yeah.
It's really hard. Like some of these things you have to do, you can do.
Yeah, that was just a thing I did totally missed. That's why I just had to mention it.
Yeah, like one thing, in Chloe's room while you're there, she has a snow globe.
Yeah.
It's tucked away in the top end of the same, or right next to the place where you can hide.
Yeah.
And I see here that you broke it while I didn't.
Yeah, I kicked it.
Which is a truth with modification, because I broke it and rewind time.
Oh yeah.
While you broke it, I didn't rewind time.
Yeah,
so
I wanted to smash the living shit out of it.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah. So yeah. Let's move on to episode 2, I guess.
Yeah. Which is Out of Time.
I feel like an asshole for the first choice. I just have to add that. But I thought it was the right thing to do in this game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's at the start of the game, like start of this episode, you're in your room. Yeah. You've been up all night trying to learn about pretty much time travel or rewinding time or black holes or whatever this could be. You're trying to wrap your head, or Max is trying to wrap your head around.
Yeah, and your head is kind of mushy.
Yeah. And you go, like, you're done with that, you go to the shower, and there's Kate, the girl that doesn't seem to feel that good.
Yeah, and
And
someone has leaked a video of her at a party when
yes,
she's making up with. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but she has been drugged and she makes up with a lot of guys and yeah, the whole shit.
yeah,
I guess.
exactly. And you find this out really here, that
Yeah,
she's in this video and she's pretty much blackmailed with
yeah,
it, pretty much, almost.
yeah.
And she's being taunted by the mean girls about it.
And she kind of
But
talks with you what she should do about it.
yeah, she invites you to her room to leave back a book you borrowed from her, and while
Yeah,
you're in there, she asks you, "What should I do? Like, this is driving me crazy."
yeah,
And if you look around through the room beforehand, you can find letters from her mom or her, I think, this
yeah,
grandma,
yeah.
which both pretty much says that she's been messed with the devil,
She's going to
because
hell
it's a
pretty much.
pretty much she's a very Christian family, like
Yeah,
very
they're
religious family.
extremist Christian.
Exactly, without being the blown up parts, but yes,
Yeah,
a little bit too much. Like,
yeah,
no,
way too
they're not the
much.
nice people.
Yeah, they're
Her
not.
dad
Then
seems like a nice guy, though. You can find a letter by him as well.
yeah,
But then you talk to her, and she asks you, with this, should I go to the police and tell them what is happening, or should she not and just look for proof before saying
yeah.
anything?
I did the asshole choice.
Yeah, you told her to sit tight while you look for proof.
Yeah, because I thought I could find proof.
Yes. And this is one of the things I could say that I changed my mind. I started out with the same thing you did. I told
Uh,
her to wait for proof. Then I listened to what she answered. I was like, okay, this does not feel good. So
no,
I changed my mind and I went for to go to the police. And it didn't feel that good because really you didn't have anything on it. Like, you had a video that talks against her.
yeah,
She doesn't have any memory on her own.
yeah. That's
She's just being hassled by. So really,
that's
she
not a
doesn't
solid
have any.
case.
It just doesn't feel like she has any concrete proof.
No,
But
that would actually get a case who got put down.
yeah, exactly, that would make sense. But
Yeah,
I still went with it, and I'm like,
that's why I
in
actually
hindsight,
chose this
yeah,
in
in
one way.
hindsight, I'm glad I did. But at the same
Yeah,
time, it was a very hard choice.
yeah.
One of the really hard choices. Like, there are some major hard choices in this episode coming up,
Yeah,
and through the rest of the game.
it becomes like two choice, and it comes like square or circle, and the screen just alerts you that it's a major choice.
Yeah.
You almost get
And you
sweaty
just
when that
know,
happens.
if I mess up this, something bad is gonna happen. Like,
Yeah,
you don't know what,
in
but something is gonna happen.
in some of those choices, whatever you choose, something goes bad.
Yeah,
It just depends on what goes bad.
yeah. And to whom it goes bad.
Yeah, exactly. So in some of those choices, you actually end up killing someone, whatever you choose.
Yeah, we'll get to that later as well.
Yeah,
I can say.
and then you go to a diner and you prove to Chloe these powers by she's by kind of guessing, telling her what's in her pocket by you're guessing wrong first time, I guess, and then you rewind.
Yeah,
And I got really annoyed
she's
because
about like, just guess what I have in my pockets, and you don't see it. Like, okay, you say something, and
yeah,
you. She has keys, for example. You can say keys, but all the options you get is wrong. Like,
yeah,
you can't get it right the first time. It's impossible. 'Cause
yeah,
there's the wrong alternatives.
and then
And
you
then you
rewind.
see whatever, like,
Yeah,
you find there's cigarettes and there's 7 in them, because
yeah,
it's apparently it's important to know how many you have coins, and you're supposed to know it's 86 cents.
yeah,
There's a parking
and
ticket,
that can be
and
a
there's a
hassle.
key.
That can
Yes.
actually be a hassle because I counted it wrong, the coins.
Yeah, you said 85,
Yeah,
which was really fun for the first time. But to be fair, first time I said, okay, there's 4 silver and 6 bronze, or whatever I said. It's like, okay, how much money is it? How
yeah,
should I know that? I've never seen American money.
yeah. I just
And
guessed
then
what
I
what a
reverted.
quarter is.
Yeah, it's well, quarter, it makes sense. Okay, quarter, so that's 25%.
Yeah,
So it's 25 cents. So
Yeah.
But yeah.
But you kind of, and then you got a scene where she said, "So what will happen?"
Yeah. You can also say, though, beforehand, that this is the first time you meet Chloe's mom.
Yeah.
And if we
She
talk
works
about
at a
things,
diner.
exactly, she's been working at a diner for very
And
long.
then I got
And
harassed by that joint thing again.
exactly, I was about to say that, because that's the first time where something really, as you notice, is changing depending on what you chose.
Yeah.
If, like you said, you took the blame, well, Chloe's mom, Joyce, is going to be on you for that.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't really your joint, was it? I thought you would be a good influence. Like,
Yeah.
that's
But
kind of
she
mean.
suspects that it's not your joint.
Yeah, she does, because she thinks you're another kind of person.
Yeah.
For me, who stay hidden, I was never there. So she's like, I'm the angel, pretty much, in her eyes.
Yeah, I should tell
Who
her the
just
truth.
is really happy that I'm there and trying to straighten her daughter out, pretty much.
Yeah.
So that's the first time you really notice that you can actually change things.
Yeah.
But as said, then, as you started saying, you start to leave, and then you get a phone call
Yeah, from Kate.
from Kate.
And this is where it gets pretty interesting in my point.
Yeah.
If you answer the call, I guess you end up going to Kate or something. I'm just guessing
No.
because what happens?
You answer a call
Yeah.
because, like when you tell Chloe on the way out that Kate is calling, and she pretty much gets pissed off. Like,
Yeah, she says, I
big
can go.
whoop! You didn't call me for 5 years, and now you're all over this girl. Like,
Yeah.
just because she's even your classmate. Like, you can talk with her later. So it's kind of like you want to stick around with Chloe, but at the same time, it's Kate. She's important. She needs a friend now.
That was my point. I have to stay with Chloe. That was my point because I thought about the consequences here. I didn't think it would end this bad, but that it does.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually. But still, I thought about the whole thing in this game because I wanted to find out more with Chloe.
Yeah, you thought Chloe was more important to keep friends with than Kate at this point.
Yeah, I did that choice.
Yeah, well, I did the opposite.
Yeah.
So you, for mine, like you talk to Kate, you get back, Joyce and Chloe's in an argument, and then you leave, and Chloe is just pissed at you for making her talk to her mom.
Yeah.
Well, she's pretty much angry at her. Since in my world, well, she did another joint. Like, that's probably what they're talking about. I don't actually know. You don't hear what they're talking about.
Yeah.
But yeah. Yeah.
And
then you leave the diner.
Yeah.
And you go to Chloe's secret lair.
Yeah, junkyard.
Which is a junkyard.
Yeah, that's so secret.
Yeah, exactly. And you're going to get here a lot of times in this.
Yeah, a lot of times.
Yeah, you start off with the most irritating part of the game. You're in this quite big junkyard, and you're supposed to find 5 glass bottles. There are only 5 glass bottles in this entire thing.
Yeah, and some of them are really annoying to get.
Yes. I think for me, it took around half an hour before I found all 5. Or 20 minutes at least. 20 minutes to half an hour before I found all 5.
Yeah.
And that is just... bleh.
Yeah,
too long.
Then we should. Chloe thought she thought we should mess around with a gun she had.
Yeah,
what a
which
great
she stolen
idea
from David or Stepdouche.
Yeah, I think it's it's a douche gun.
Yes,
yeah.
Pretty much.
And then you mess around.
She's all over this. Like, you can control time. Like, even in the diner earlier, you showed that you can say what's going to happen in the next second. Like, in the next 30 seconds, there's 4 things happening.
Yeah, and then a guy who
she say the truth.
Yeah, then a guy who she owed money showed up.
Yeah,
Frank. Was it? Yeah.
Frank Bowers, a drug dealer.
Yeah, and he would be kind of important to the story too.
Yes, and Chloe owes him money because she tried before Rachel, her old friend, kind of new, but her friend that disappeared. They were planning to escape together, go to Los Angeles. Then she disappeared. And in preparation for this, Chloe borrowed some money from Frank to be able to buy a ticket out of there.
Yeah, and she owes him.
She didn't go, and then all of a sudden she owed Frank money. And she's skinned.
And
So
we got to a situation where we were holding the gun, and he
yeah,
showed up
yeah,
and starting
and
threatening, actually, in my opinion.
yeah, he starts talking about they're talking about I want my money back, and Chloe's like you're gonna get your money, and then
Yeah, and he
he
kind
sees
of,
that US Max has something behind your back, so it's like what have you got behind your back? Because well, he doesn't
yeah.
like people hiding things, I guess,
And then you
and he
cannot
has
draw
his
the gun on
bracelet on
him.
his arm, so yeah. Chloe's get angry. He pulls a knife,
Yeah,
which in response Max pulls the gun out
yeah.
and pretty much threatens to shoot Frank.
Um,
And there's the next choice: are you
None
gonna
of
shoot him,
us tried to shoot him.
or you try not to shoot him, or
I
you're
didn't
not
even
gonna shoot him?
try because I didn't want his life on my conscience.
Yeah, and me neither.
But
Looking at another
I
playthrough,
don't think, I actually don't think you succeed in shooting him, even
no,
if you shoot other thing.
no, and that's because the bullet is out of gun. No, the gun is out of bullets, not the bullet out of guns. The gun is
Yeah,
out of bullets.
yeah,
So if you actually try to him, you shoot a blank. Nothing happens. And he gets just get pissed while taking the gun. He doesn't take the gun, but he takes the gun if you do not try to shoot him. But if you try to shoot him, he won't take the gun, but he gets pissed at you. And Frank is not someone you want pissed.
yeah.
Um, so
And
yeah, but as I said,
yeah,
neither of us tried to shoot him.
yeah,
So, and then Chloe is mad because you let him take his gun, then you
yeah,
leave this place and you go on the rails, and she gets stuck. You have to save her, and
yeah.
you have almost no time.
And you have to rewind like crazy.
Yeah. And that's one of the things where you really can feel the sweat starting to drip, the pulse increasing because
Yeah.
you want to save Chloe.
I almost got panicked there.
Yeah, you have the time rewind, but you're not used to that. Like at least you're not used to that. You're still a normal human being. At least I am.
Yeah, I don't know.
So you don't. At least I don't think of that as a way out. Pretty much
No,
immediately.
I
think
didn't even. I
need
didn't
to
got
do this.
comfy with it this early in the game.
Yeah. So yeah, you try to. You managed to save her, of course, in like the third or fourth try.
Yeah.
She died a few times before you could save her.
No, I didn't let her die. I rewinded all the time. I didn't want to see her die.
Well, there's no way you can actually see her die, because the second before the train hits her, the game pauses.
Oh, I didn't even
Like,
get to that, I think.
okay.
I chickened.
Actually, you didn't. No,
I
actually,
chickened the whole
I
time.
remember that now. Yeah, you went back in time way earlier all the time.
Yeah.
I remember that part.
Yeah. And then you got
Yeah.
back to your dormitory at school. You're living in a dormitory. That school has
Yeah.
that kind of, yeah. And you see Kate at the roof.
Yes.
And she wants to kill herself because of that video.
Yeah.
And this
And
where
and
things got ugly for me.
yes, because you're in class by first, and then a guy comes in like yelling something is happening in the dormitories.
Yeah.
Everyone leaves. You come in late, and when you arrive, she jumps.
Yeah. And then you
And
rewind.
the game automatically for you rewinds. Then she gets a nose, which she does if she time rewinds too much. You've seen this a few times. She's actually fainted already from doing it too much, and then she gets this. She gets like headaches, I guess, or something.
Yeah.
And when she's ready to do something, she jumps again. Like
Yeah.
it feels like there's no way you can save her.
Yeah.
And then of course the game gives you a lifeline. You totally freeze the time. And you
Yeah.
can walk up to her, but then the game throws a brick at you. Your time powers stop working.
Yeah, and
You
your
have
choice
one
of
chance.
if you answer the call or not is massively doing some things with these choices.
Yeah, there's
I
actually
had a really
few
hard
things.
time.
Yeah, there's a few things. First, episode 1, if you take a photo or you intervene to help out Kate, if you take a photo, she's being pissed at you. If you intervene, she's going to help you. She's going to mention here on the roof.
Yeah,
If you told her to the police, she's going to be happy. If you told her to wait for Pooh, she's going to be pissed. It's going to make it harder to save her.
and
If you answer the call, she'll be happy. If you didn't, she's going to be even harder to save.
Yeah.
There's also some minor choices.
I took
you removed some pain on her, like you erased something they have written. You escaped the the link in the bathroom, everything that you do changes how easy it is to save her.
And I had all the wrong choices. I think.
I don't think exactly all the wrong choices.
But
Let me
like
see.
90% of them or something.
Well, you intervened, so that's a positive. You intervened to help
That
her.
was all, wasn't it?
You settled to wait for proof. She didn't like that. You didn't answer Kate's call. She didn't like that.
So I was kind of almost
I don't know
screwed.
if you erased the link or something like that. I don't remember.
I did.
Okay, well then you got something good for her as well.
Yeah, but
So
I was kind of screwed anyways. I had a really tough time. I got lucky.
Yeah. Yeah. When you open the roof, I knew at some points you have 4 choices, but having looked it up afterwards, I knew that only one of those choices was actually gonna save her.
Yeah.
If you chose any of the other 3, she would have jumped.
Yeah.
So you literally have some chances, 25% chance to save her, and you actually managed.
Yeah, that was
As
lucky.
did I. I actually managed to save her as well.
Yeah. But you had a little bit more wiggling room, didn't you?
Yeah, I had way more. I had done all the correct things pretty much.
Yeah.
I even remember that, like, she says right at the very end, after all this, and like, if you got this far, there's one last chance. There's one last thing that either saves her or jumps. She can jump all throughout. I feels like, at least playing this. The last thing is, like, she's alone. She pretty much feels alone, and you have a chance. Who should you say that that loves her most of her family?
Yeah.
Mom, brother, father, or sisters?
I was really scared there.
The worst thing you can say is mom, because she did that angry letter pretty much say that.
Yeah, I was going between sisters or brothers.
Yeah, I don't remember you having any brothers. I'm not sure there.
Yeah,
I don't think she has.
yeah.
So I think that's a dud as well.
Yeah.
I think that's a dud because she doesn't have any brothers.
Yeah, I think I went for sisters.
Yeah, I think there's 3 sisters, and the younger sister is really, like, she looks up to Kate, which helps her, and she goes down. You can actually say father, and because he's like, whatever happens, you're still my light.
Yeah.
He says that in his little letter, or you can find
and after this whole incident, you get kind of you get to the principal office in a way
where you need to explain what happened.
Yeah, and we use Nathan as a fall guy.
Yeah, and this is when it gets. This is when the game, like, first hit me how thorough you need to be to get these things right.
Yeah.
Or how much the game actually pins in, because, as we said, we both blame Nathan.
But it was pretty intense to get there.
Yeah, to be able to blame Nathan, you need to have told the principal at the start that he had a gun.
Yeah.
If you're trying to blame Nathan, but you didn't tell the principal, Nathan is not done anything with, but you get, what's it called?
Expelled?
Sorry?
Expelled?
Thank you. Or not expelled permanently, but for a short amount of time.
Oh.
I can't remember the word right now. But you can't go to school for a few weeks. Yes. And if you chose David, you tried to blame David, but you took the blame for the, like you took the blame for the joint.
I would have been harassed there.
Yeah. He would then say that against you, and that would end up, like, if you took the photo, I think that helps. I don't actually know this, but I think it helps if you took the photo of him harassing Kate.
Yeah.
And, like, then, like, if you took the photo, but you took the joint as well, it's going to even out. Nothing's going to happen. If you took the photo but didn't take, you can nail him on that. Yeah. And he get actually fired.
Yeah, I'm a little bit interested. What happens if you blame Mr. Jefferson?
I tried this as well.
Because you had like nothing on him at this time.
Yeah, the only thing you can blame him on is that he was the last one to talk to Kate alone before she jumped.
Yeah.
And she runs away from that talk crying.
And then goes on the roof.
Yes. So something he said made her cry, and that's the thing you can say. Like, he made her cry. And if you say that, there's like I don't know if there's a differ here, but the only thing I've seen about this is that he gets stopped from going to San Francisco because there's this competition, Everyday Hero contest in this photo class, and he was going to San Francisco with the winner at the end of the week.
Yeah.
But you pretty much stop him from doing that, and you then go with the principal instead.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But
that was the least
we have
interesting
actually
stuff.
covered a lot of those minor choices by talking about the big ones. I just realized.
Yes, we did.
Yeah. So here you can
Except the
just see
plant, which is the most fun part. You have a plant in your room.
Yeah.
In episode 1 and episode 2, you have a chance to water the plant.
Yeah.
If you water it 0 out of 2 times, it dies. If you water it, if you water it 0 out of 2 times, then in episode 2 you're gonna find out it dies. If you water it 2 out of 2 times, it dies. You need to water it 1 of the 2 times, then it survives.
Okay.
It's a fun thing.
Yeah.
I watered it in episode 2, but not episode 1, but not in 2.
Yeah.
It survived. So
Yeah. So we can move on to episode 3 here because of that. Was that Chaos Theory?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Episode 3, Chaos Theory.
It
and
kind
this is
of-
where it gets...
It's where it gets really interesting.
Yeah, like you got like the ending of 2, Kate jumping, sorry, and then going into principal. You're pretty much like, I was pretty much baiting your sweat at the end of this.
Yeah, that was really...
Then you have to go in. You just start, okay, we're going to break into the school at nighttime.
Yeah.
Sounds like an awesome plan. Like, no.
No, and that ended up with some time binding and all that stuff. And you actually get into the principal's office checking for the files of students.
Yes. The file of Kate, of Rachel, the girl missing, and Nathan, I believe, and Victoria.
Nathan and Victoria looks like saints.
Yeah. So you see them as the 2 like favorites to be like they drove Kate Marsh up on that roof pretty much.
Yeah.
Like Nathan was in the video. He's like he was on the party bringing Kate to wherever they were. And Victoria was the one sharing this video with everyone. So they're your 2 main suspects. And and those files they look like the saints, as you said.
Yeah.
So it's clear that something is
you have to
there.
choose when you find some money if you want to take the money to be able to pay off Frank about that money or not. We both took the high road.
Yeah, we did. We left the money there.
Yeah.
And it's like it says on the envelope when you find it. It's after you found all these files. It's a clip, so you can't miss it. Like it happens at the end, right when you're about to leave this his office.
It some handicap foundation?
Exactly. They were building a handicap ramp.
Yeah, I couldn't take that money.
No. Which actually comes in also in the next chapter.
Yeah.
This is such a weird game. It's such a fun game, but yeah.
This is actually kind of weird. The next choice, Kiss Chloe, because that's kind of a moment thing. I don't know if that makes such a big difference.
I don't know exactly what it does, but I know it changes some stuff. I don't know how crucial it is though.
Yeah.
It's
So
like
I
a double. It's like a dare.
I don't like see this as big choice. Because
No,
I really don't know what this. I got reminded of it one time, but nothing more.
Yeah. So this is a little bit weird. You can choose not to kiss or not to kiss Chloe.
Yeah.
I didn't. You did. I was set into becoming a boyfriend with Warren.
I was going for single.
Oh yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, and
it was just a weird choice.
Sometime
just in the heat of the moment, pretty much.
Sometime after that, you got into a situation where you had to side with David or Chloe. For me, it was a really easy choice because I thought David was, like we said, douche.
Well, this is when it starts to get difficult. At least it was for me. Yeah. Because at the very end of episode 2, before you find Kate, he has to talk with you while you're going into class. Yeah. And he seems much calmer and much a nicer guy. And like you confront him with like how mean he's been to Chloe, and I even said that he slapped her because I saw it.
Yeah.
And he was saying like, if I didn't care about Chloe, then I wouldn't care at all. And that made me think, okay, yeah, it's actually true. He actually cares, even though he's kind of bad at showing it. Like, he isn't the best at showing that he cares for people.
He actually got tossed out of the home in that fight, didn't he?
Yeah, if you chose, like I said, you can side with David with because it's entire, like you've told Chloe that he's surveillancing the home. He has cameras everywhere, and he has cameras at campus as well.
And that's what you tell her mom, don't you? You yell at him for that, and that's when she tosses him out.
Yeah. While I don't know exactly what happens when you sign with David.
I guess Chloe gets pissed again.
Yeah, she gets pissed.
It's a match of that.
Yeah, she's a pissed off character.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can say that. I love that. Sorry for going back. We've got to go back now that you reminded me.
Yeah.
At the start of episode 2, you sit in the diner, you're talking with Joyce before Chloe's there because she's late for some weird reason. And you talk about the years that have passed since you last met, these 5 years that's happened since you left Arcadia, since Chloe's dad, William, died.
Yeah.
And, like, Max is begging for forgiveness pretty much for not calling or not contacting Chloe or Joyce in this entire period. And Joyce is like, you moved on, as did I. Like, we will always remember
Chloe
William.
didn't.
We remember these happy memories that he gave us, but we moved on. You're supposed to move on.
Chloe
That's
didn't
part
move
of
on.
life. Exactly. She, as Joyce said so beautifully, she decided to stay angry.
Yeah.
She was mostly like, as she said later on, she's angry at her dad for leaving her.
It wasn't by his choice, but I understand
exactly,
why she feels like that.
Yeah, that doesn't matter. It's like she's angry and she needs something to put this anger into, and it's like everything. Yeah. She just stays angry. Yeah. And as said, that's happened several times through the game. She gets angry at you just because that's her. Like,
then you move on to investigating Frank, wasn't it?
Yeah. I don't remember. How did you go that? You sided with Chloe, we both did.
You were supposed to get some information, I guess, about Rachel because of that bracelet.
Oh yeah, thank you. That's exactly it. Yeah.
And then you had to find a way into his trailer.
Yeah, and this was the first time I really, really, really got stuck.
Yeah.
This was really hard. If you've done this part, you hopefully know what I'm talking about, or maybe it's just me. Maybe you were just smarter and actually figured it out pretty fast. But I got seriously stuck here. How to get the keys from Frank sitting in the diner.
Yeah, I actually didn't realize that until now, because when you're supposed to get into a trailer, when you have to throw a bone for the dog to run off.
Yeah.
I guess if you toss it the wrong way, the dog gets hurt.
Yeah. Like, after you get the keys, you have to talk to a bunch of people in there. You get his keys, and he gets pissed at you, but you can run, and he doesn't remember a thing. Funny part of time travel. Then you go out, you open the door, and you have a choice. Where do you want to throw this bone? I don't know what kind of dog he is, but he's a hunting dog. He has a nasty bite. You can either throw it into the parking lot, or where all these cars
out the street, I guess.
Exactly. You could throw it into the street. Well, if you do, he gets hit by a car.
Yeah.
He survives the impact.
Yeah.
Like, apparently he survives the impact, but he's going to die before the end of the game.
Oh.
And you're going to actually find that out pretty much in the next episode, actually. We'll get to that later.
Yeah.
So you actually have a chance. You can either save Pompidou, which is this dog's name. Wonderful name.
Yeah.
I love the name. Yeah, like, he isn't a Pompidou kind of dog, but still I love the name.
Yeah. And then you go into Frank's trailer and poke around.
Yeah.
And I actually didn't even find the gun.
Yeah. I saw that.
I didn't see it.
This is the fun part. Like, I found it the very last. I knew it was there.
Yeah, I guessed it was there, but I didn't find it.
I just looked through the entire thing.
I did
and
also.
It was at the last final place. Yeah. apparently you didn't, since there was one last cupboard
Yeah.
which you didn't think about. I found the book about Rachel, which you're supposed to find for the story,
Yeah,
and I found the
and
guy.
then you went out of the trailer, and Chloe couldn't. She couldn't handle
Yeah,
the truth. That's a
yeah, because the
resume.
truth, like
The truth is
she,
really not pretty.
yeah, like she thought, like I'm guessing, like that Chloe is. I don't know if she's like bisexual or if she's lesbian or I don't. It feels to me like she's a lesbian. She's
Yeah,
together. It feels like she's together. It's like her and Rachel was a pair, at least in her eyes.
yeah,
While you find out in this logbook, pretty much that Frank has kept, that him and Rachel were together as well,
yeah,
and she loved him and he loved her. He was difficult to live with. You learn through these notes, but
yeah,
like they loved each other, and like they had some roughy patches.
yeah,
The last thing you can read is she getting like pissed because he was not nice somehow,
yeah,
and like he was getting pissed, and they were not friendly at the very end.
yeah.
But
But
they took some
yeah,
pretty nasty photos,
yeah,
like
we shouldn't
a
really.
little bit more skin that Chloe liked when she saw them.
Yeah,
Um, so she feels like everyone in her life had abandoned
yeah,
her, you, her dad, and
yeah.
Rachel first for disappearing, and now even more that she
And
was
that's
together with
really
Frank.
interesting that you mentioned this because, and then it got really weird.
Yeah, yeah.
For
This is
some
when it gets.
weird reason, when you looked at a photograph from the past,
Yeah,
you got
like
should we call it sucked into it or what something? You, for some weird reason, just got into the time when the photograph was taken,
yeah. New mechanics just opened
and
up
that was the
where you
day.
have this photo
Yeah,
where you sucked back in time, and it's the last day that William is alive.
yeah, that's actually just before he dies. It's like minutes
Yeah,
before he gets into that car and he gets into a
yeah,
crash.
yeah.
And
Which kills him immediately, I think. But
yeah, and that's the fun part. We were thinking that we did the right thing here. I have to add that
yeah,
before we tell you what
but
we did.
yeah, but I can say this, like
I have
that's
no.
first in the episode 4 you find this out because you go back in time, you
Yeah,
find out all of a sudden you're in this Vortex Club, which is this elite club
yeah,
with like all the cool kids, which you don't belong in the if you
yeah,
say the normal world, I would say you say on the
yeah,
normal timeline, probably is better to say.
yeah,
You're in this club, you're not together with Warren, which he's upset about. You go to Chloe's home, and William, her father, opens the door. And remember, this is 5 years after he really died.
yeah. And you got
Oh
really
no,
weird out.
actually, yeah, I was thinking wrong. You saved, yeah, I thought wrong.
Yeah,
What you said actually happened this chapter. I thought
yeah,
wrong.
yeah. I was thinking about that. And then because
Yeah,
he gets he's looking for his keys,
yeah.
and it's
Earlier than
under
this,
his
like,
cap, baseball cap, or what
yeah,
was it?
on the table in
Yeah,
the
under
living
that, and
room.
you see that, and then you get the. I thought it was an excellent idea. I agreed with Max
Yeah,
there. You rewind time, take the key, so he can't take the car.
yeah.
She
You
has to
try to
go.
stop him from getting in the car so
Yeah,
that he doesn't die in a car crash.
he takes the bus instead,
Yeah, and this is
and
another part. Like, I don't know what you did, but I had problems here as well. Finding out how to hide the keys, because you have this blipper on the
yeah,
keys that if you touch it, it sends out a sound, like,
yeah.
or something
I
like that.
just
So you
ran.
can hear them.
Yeah, I just ran away from him. He was standing in the hallway. I ran to the kitchen, and then I got really lucky.
Oh, okay. I threw him in the soap water.
Yeah, I threw them in the kitchen sink there too, but I was
Oh,
lucky
yeah.
with that.
Yeah. So, yeah, he didn't find the keys, and he went to take a bus.
Yeah,
You then go back. Like, this
and
is where I was talking about.
yeah,
You go back
and
to the future.
then it goes interesting because you see like
Yeah.
all these pictures of him, this dying, all those just burn. Should we call it burn up or what? What does it do?
Yeah, you pretty much you change the future,
Yeah,
and the way they show this to you is they have still pictures like this happened in this timeline. They burn up and they show what happened at the very same time in this new timeline.
yeah, and
So you see
Chloe
this all
actually
these
gets.
pictures of William's
the
casket. It now shows a family picture instead. It's just a picture of Joyce and step-douche David getting together, but then it burns up and it's a family picture with William instead.
and
Everything changes.
Chloe actually gets the call for, is it 18 years old birthday? I guess it is.
I guess it feels weird, but we'll see that for startup.
It's someday at least. It's some birthday.
Yeah.
We should
Yeah,
because
exactly.
I think actually the states has different ages depending on the state.
Yeah.
And I'm not really sure about what state this is in.
Yeah, I think with what William says later, I can say this right now, because he says that they had years to learn about what happened, and so it feels like she maybe got this for her 16th birthday.
Yeah.
She's 19 in this game.
Yeah, she gets the car at least, and she gets into the accident instead, and that paralyzed her.
So when you go back to the future, back to the future, we got that in there. Woohoo!
Yeah.
You go back, you ring on the doorbell in this alternate reality. William opens the door, and it's the first time you've seen him, since he died. You haven't seen him for several years.
And then you see Chloe in a what's the English name for it?
I don't know, not a wheelchair.
Electrical wheelchair. Right. I think the audience will know what we mean. Electrical wheelchair. Those wheelchair. Big, those big ones. Yeah, almost that's like the ending.
Little Stephen Hawking look-alike, pretty much.
In a way. That is actually the ending of that episode. That was strong.
Yeah, that's where the shit last thing you see in episode.
That's where the shit really hit the fan.
Yeah, that's when you realize that time travel is not something to be trifled with.
Yeah, and now it goes emotional in this dark room episode, because you spend a day with Chloe. You spend a day with her.
In this alternate reality, this alternate timeline.
You spend a day with her, and you find out more about her, should we say, condition?
Yeah. Well, she explains that she gets in this car crash, and she breaks her neck.
Yeah.
She gets paralyzed from the neck down.
Yeah, and you don't feel that good about this.
Exactly. And to explain this further, I have no personal things happening like this, but they explain it in the game that she has that kind of a bad neck break that her she can't breathe herself anymore.
Oh.
Her breathing apparatus or whatever I can't remember the name
right now. So she really is
Sorry.
Suffering all the time.
Yeah, exactly. So you have this amazing day, you sleep over, you look for a movie, and
this is a sick theory, but I'm going for it. I actually think it because of that day she makes the request.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, because she could feel, she felt happiness one last time, and she don't want to forget that.
Exactly. She says this in the talk she has up to this. You have this amazing time. You look at the very end, you look through a picture album of the time you had before, when you were kids, when she was not injured, when you were still living.
And here. I guess you realize what the request
talking, is now. Yeah, if you haven't played this game and you actually was listening to us, she goes through this has been the most together with you again. This makes me almost feel like it's amazing.
Yeah,
but my entire system is failing. I can't remember the English word. I'm so sorry. But her breathing apparatus, as you can call it, is failing even more, and she's just waiting to die. There's no way she can survive this injury. She's gonna die. She knows it, and her parent knows it. They're just pretty much.
She heard doctors talk about it also.
Yeah, when she said the word "zonked out," which I actually don't know what it means, but I think she's passed out. I'm guessing it's the same meaning.
Or had some reactions to the morphine she's getting all the time.
Perhaps, yes. So at the very end, it's this has been the amazing day, and I want this to be my last memory.
Yeah.
I want this happy memory, this happy day, to be the last thing I remember.
Yeah.
So, in true words, she wants you
to end her misery,
to kill her through morphine overdose.
Yeah.
And there you are. You have to accept or refuse.
Yeah, or you can hesitate. But
Yeah, but
if
that
I heard
only
correctly, you get the question again then.
yes. I did the I don't know, which is the third option in that one. One of the few things you get a I don't know thing.
Yeah.
And she talks about like she pretty much talks about goes through even through more detail what she's thinking and what like why.
I really couldn't listen to that.
And yeah, I did.
Oh.
Even though I was largely crying at this point,
Yeah.
which I'm not afraid to admit. Um,
Yeah.
I can say this, like my mom died a few years back. She was also like she was dying. We all know this. We knew this for 2 years before she actually died. So I recognized a bit of this, and like it was a very hard decision to make.
Yeah.
But I think having that background, like in my mom's life, she said one day to the doctor in the place she was lying, in the hospital she was in, like, tonight, disconnect all the things that keep me alive, all the machines that keep her breathing, that keeps her heart pumping.
Yeah.
Disconnect it all because I'm ready to die. Like
Yeah.
I've done mine. I'm happy. I want to die now. And they did it, and a few hours later, like in the morning, next day, she took her last breath, and that brought back memories. So I thought like Chloe is almost saying the same question, although this time it's a question to you as a player. And I just thought of my mom, so I accepted her request.
Yeah.
So I think she if she feels ready, like she is, yeah, then I have to honor
I
it.
have
So like,
actually gotten the question. This
yeah, which
particular
is
question.
yeah.
And I, for some reasons, can't tell you what I said.
Yeah.
I can't do that. But I can tell you it didn't happen. But for some reasons, I can't tell you what I answered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's that's one of the things I guess like it hit even so hard. Which
Yeah,
is
that was my.
wait, well, I love this game even more because I've never played a game that hits so hard. And like it actually it hurt again pretty much.
Yeah.
Being through this, living through something similar in my past. Like it really started the fresh, real emotions. It wasn't just a game anymore. It was reality.
Yeah.
And that's the best thing I can say about game. Like
I have that, and then after this heartbreaking moment, you start poking around even more about Nathan because he's in your eyes, he's the main villain.
yeah, because after she dies, you can once again travel back to that moment where William is leaving to take the car to pick up Joyce.
Yeah.
And this time you stand there and you
let him die.
actively have to do nothing.
Yeah.
You have to just let him walk out the door. And
that doesn't
that's messed up.
that doesn't make me feel better at all.
No.
Half this episode was like torture for that reason.
Yeah. So, yeah, you let him walk out the door. Yeah. And the history repeats itself. He dies in a car crash. And pretty much the new future is the one you had at first.
Yeah.
Like, you're back to the way the world was before.
You're back to the future. Again.
Yeah, exactly. Wow.
I actually think this game goes back to the future more times than the movies Back to the Future.
It definitely does. Definitely does.
Yeah. Just wait for it. Episode 5 is such a mess.
Yeah. Yeah, indeed.
We can't even figure out all the things that happened.
No. You're going to hear all about it in just a few minutes or however long this is going to take.
Yeah. And it will get really messy.
I don't know how long this has gone now, but we're going to keep going.
Yeah, I have to step away for like 1 or 2 minutes soon, but I guess you can keep on going then.
Yeah, I'll try.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're
and
back in the first reality.
yeah, and
You're in
you're
Chloe
kind of,
in her room,
and
and
then
you're
no,
trying
you're
to
getting to
figure out what
Nathan's
happens.
room actually.
No, but first
No,
you're in her room to start off with,
yeah.
because you
Is this
start.
the time when it got really trippy? No, it was another time. Yeah,
No, it was another time. Yes.
yeah,
You're in her room right after you get back, and you're just happy to see her, pretty much. So
yeah.
uh, you
You,
surprise her with a big hug from behind.
that's the time in this episode we actually got to brief normally.
Yes. So there you start. Like you're
You
back in
can't
reality. And,
breathe. I just have to warn you.
yeah.
You just can't breathe for the entire episode 5. I don't know how I survived.
Yeah.
Yeah, but still, you're going to there, and you're going to. Isn't it Nathan's room? Because you're
Yeah,
in the
you
boys'
start
room.
off with like you're going to Nathan's room later. Like
Yeah,
you're in the room. You have this like big board of
yeah,
every clue you have so far. Like
yeah.
you're trying to figure out,
And
like
that's.
both in Kate's, like who was close to killing, or if you didn't save her, who pretty much killed Kate by forcing
I
her
have to
onto a
say
roof.
one thing. You
Rachel's
have to
history
look.
and everything.
You kind of have to look that up.
What?
In
Look
my
what up?
opinion, you have to look the clues up to get them. Some of them are
Yeah.
a total mess.
Like, yeah. Yeah, we're not going to go into all the clues here.
Yeah, because you
many.
have to look them up on the internet.
No,
Really,
actually,
some of
no,
them.
you don't.
I
No,
had
you
to.
don't actually. I didn't have to. I managed to actually solve it. It took some time, but I
Yeah,
liked those challenges, so I guess that's what
I
helped me.
was like beating my head against a brick wall at that time.
Yeah. Yeah,
And the
sorry to hear
brick
that.
wall was hurt.
Yeah,
Figuratively.
exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, you found that out. So the first stop is going to Nathan's dorm, trying to steal his phone to see what you can find out about where he's been and who's in contact with and everything. Because he's still the suspect number 1 to who forced Kate up on that
Yeah.
roof.
And I have to leave you for like 2 minutes or something. I hope you can go on here. Don't go to the
Yeah, I'll
5th
try.
episode without me. But yeah,
I
I'll
won't.
come back soon.
Yeah. So we continue. Like you're in Nathan's room, and you like after some searching, you can find his phone. He's hidden it quite sneakily behind his sofa, and you go out, and there you talk to Chloe, which has been you look out, and then Nathan pops up, comes to the dorm, and well, he's not happy that you're there. You can say that easily. He's not happy, so he starts like mini threatening you, like why you're here and what you're doing. And then your old buddy Warren pops up, defending you, and they end up getting Warren starting to beat Nathan up. And here comes the next choice. He's made a choice. Should you let Warren beat up Nathan, or should you stop him from beating him up? Like he's already started at this point. You have a choice. Do you want him to stop, like keep on beating him till I guess he's pretty much ready to go to the hospital, I guess, because that's how brutal this part is. Or do you want to stop him? And I know for a fact that we both decided to stop him, pull him off, and Nathan gets up and throws some more like mean words and like threats about his father, who is this very powerful figure, and then leaves us be, and we leave the room, and everything's cool. You have the first piece of clue. And then you have to get like you already, or at this point you go back to Chloe. You get David's files, step douche, his files on everyone, and then you have to go to Frank, to his place on this beach, and where he has his lorry here, or his place where he lives, and depending on, once again, this is where the choices come in. Because if, back in the story, you throw this sausage for Pompidou either into the parking lot or out on the road, if you throw it in the parking lot, he's going to be there. He's going to be in the trailer. And if you say something wrong during this very long talk that's about to happen with Frank, trying to get info from him, if you say wrong, he's going to jump out of the door and attack you.
Yeah, and I'm
But
back.
if, welcome back.
And you're in the trailer, I heard.
Yes, they're right outside the trailer.
Yeah.
So to speak. But if you then throw the sausage onto the road where Pompidou gets run over, he's not going to be there because he's dead at this point. And
And
Frank's going to mention
Frank is gonna be
that
pissed, I guess.
some fucker, he don't know who, but that someone killed Pompidou.
Yeah.
And he's going to be really sad about that. And that's not going to help you.
Yeah. Because you
if
have
found something
to
is
you
good.
have to make him give you some information.
Yeah.
But wait a minute,
Uh,
that investigation scene was after this.
with what?
It is that investigation scene you were talking about before. It was after the trailer, I just realized.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's been too long.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
You're getting old.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm getting old. I'm turning 30 in a week. That's
Yeah.
old.
I'm even older, but still.
Yeah, beside the point.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you hear it through the trailer, and this is probably the longest dialogue in the game.
This is and you're on the fence all the time. You're like,
Yeah,
what do I have to answer? Because this is really important.
yeah.
He's kind of
There-
he's kind of I think he's the most helpful of them all without him knowing it.
Yeah. No, he definitely is. You get so much info from him. Since he's a drug dealer, so he has all these contacts and he always he has all this info about Nathan that you want, and also about Rachel also, which you also want, and you have to try to convince him to let you have it.
Yeah, and that's hard.
I think there is an option where you can kill him and Pompidou and just
Yeah,
steal
because
it.
that says it here. Why didn't I
Yeah.
kill him?
Maybe you didn't want to.
Now I can see that I
to
didn't
be
want
to be
to.
frank, like you didn't you let him take the gun at the start,
Yeah,
and you didn't take it back. So here you are, no gun. You can't kill him.
I could kick him in the balls.
No, because then the Pompidou is going to bite your head off.
Okay, bad choice.
Yes. So yeah, you can either kill Frank, which is with the gun.
Yeah,
I don't know how you wound Frank, to be fair.
yeah.
Maybe there's some more ways than I know. You can
Yeah,
wound Frank, and then no one get hurt, which actually both of us got. So
yeah, definitely amazing. Then it was this investigating thing we were talking about earlier. And
yeah,
I guess
where you found all these massive clues, like
you went
where
to the
you-
party after that, I guess?
No,
No?
you don't. You go to searching through all these clues. You both find out, you try to start tracking Nathan, where his whereabouts, when he sent
Yeah.
text messages back and forth to.
Yeah, that
to
was the
Frank
investigation
and,
we were talking about before.
Yeah, David, tracking him and everything. And after all doing this, you get an address.
Yeah.
This barn in the middle of nowhere, pretty much. It feels
Yeah,
like.
and
Sounds
all
like that when they describe
the
it.
should we call them ancient things almost?
Well,
It's-
they're dated, to be fair.
Yeah, they are not in production anymore.
Yeah. Yes.
If you
So-
have grandparents who lives in the middle of nowhere, who has an old farm or something, or someone, you know what I'm talking about. Old rusty things.
Yes.
Yeah,
So you're
and they
there,
make
you're trying to figure
references
out
to
why you're there.
Friday the 13th, I guess, because actually that barn is, I think it's an exact copy of the barn from one of those movies.
Well, I wouldn't know because I've never seen those movies.
Yeah, I'm a
So,
big fan.
Okay. Well,
Yeah. I've actually met one of the guys who play Jason.
that's good.
It's pretty massive, yeah. But still, we're going back, yeah. And you snoop around in that barn, and then you get really creative. You find a hatch in the ground,
And the floor.
floor, and you have to be a little bit creative to get it open, at least.
Yeah.
And
you
some
can say that.
rewinding and
it's a new
stuff.
padlock, and you have to
Yeah, it looks really new.
Yeah, it's a quite a neat puzzle actually. I liked it.
Yeah, but it's not too. It's not
was-
irritating, but yeah.
No, it was way easier than it was first time I tried it. Like I had a really hard time finding out how to start, but once I did, like, it's like, why didn't I realize that sooner? So yeah, but you open it up and you enter the title of this episode, The Dark Room.
Yeah. And
This
that's
weird
kind of
place.
it's a bunker. You can say bunker.
Yes.
Yeah, with a new lock on it. It's a kind of a high security lock. What should we call it? It's a pretty fancy.
Even a
fancy.
full. Yeah, and what do you call those? Those big circular doors with the code and everything. I don't remember.
Yeah,
but
it's kind. It's kind of. Was it circular door?
Yeah.
Okay, Fallout. Yes, it's a Fallout for all the people out there. They have circular doors in the bunkers there, if you call them bunkers, or in the shelter rooms, or what do you call it? Yeah, and it's a number lock on it, I guess it's named.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's really that's just silly. You can see it really good what numbers they have been putting, but you can't see in what order. Exactly. And that's where I got a little bit paranoid against the game. It can't be that easy just putting them in the logical order. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I went for the other way around.
Yeah, and that was the correct one. 542.
Yeah. And
to be fair, I started with 245, so I did exactly what you knew that you wouldn't have to.
Yeah, I just it can't be that easy. God damn it.
So, you were smart. I wasn't.
Yeah, I was a little paranoid against the game there.
Yeah, exactly. So you enter this room, and after some snooping around, you find out that Kate wasn't the first girl that was hunted down by whoever is in this room.
You suspect Nathan and his whole family, I guess, because he couldn't build that room by himself.
Yeah. Plus, you find out before you go there, you find out that this barn is owned by someone in the Prescott family, which is the same family that Nathan is a part of.
That rich and powerful
which
family.
Is like, exactly. It's a
and
real
they
family.
actually seem.
It's not a mafia family.
Through the game, you get some clues that they're kind of a douchey family.
Yes,
the whole
exactly.
family.
Yeah.
Mr. Douche would fit in right. Good there.
Yeah. But you're there. You're finding all these names you don't recognize. You find a folder with Victoria, which is empty.
Yeah.
Victoria, the mean girl. Then you find a folder with Kate, and then you find a folder with Rachel.
Yeah.
And as I said, Victoria, looking through Victoria's is completely empty. Kate, all these weird pictures that seem to be taken in this room, because if you look around, there's a big white, not towel, but not a towel at all, but it's almost like a photo studio down there.
Yeah, it is a photo studio. It's actually with light bounce, everything in a studio, everything expensive in a studio. It's actually quite impressive. But I can say that's an excellent idea for a studio in a bunker. No light, nothing to disturb anything. You don't even have to barricade the windows or anything. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Photographs know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then you look through the last page, which you know is Rachel. And then you see a picture which seems like she is being buried. She's lying inside of like a hole in the ground.
Yeah.
And wait, this is wrong. How does this work?
It isn't.
No, but
Yes, it is.
I try to figure out the party. When was that?
Episode 4.
Yeah, but later. Yeah, I now remember. Yeah, now remember because it was. I was thinking correctly.
The party was after.
Chloe recognized the pictures were taken, and it's taken in the junkyard.
Yeah.
The one you were in.
But you're actually going to that part. The Vortex Lab is called because the thing is, everyone who gets drugged, disappears, or anything could be traced to that Vortex Club party.
Yeah, but before you get there, you go to this. You go back to the junkyard, and you actually find her body. She's there in the ground, killed.
And then,
So,
for some
yeah.
weird reason, you decide to go to a party.
Yeah.
That doesn't
The
sound sane.
end of the world, the party by the Vortex Club. It's kind of
Yeah,
funny.
what a thing. You go for a party, but just after you realize, Chloe's going there to kill Nathan. Because she's so sure it's him. She really wants to kill him.
Yeah. Max is going there just to find Nathan, I think. She's
Yeah.
not personally not looking to kill him.
Yeah.
But she definitely want to find him because
if you haven't understood yet,
now more than ever that he is the one.
Chloe is what do you say? Have some temperamental issues. If you haven't realized that yet.
Yeah, as said, she decided to stay angry, and that's what she is.
Yeah, that's a reaction to the trauma she's going through. Yeah. She's kind of you can read that between the lines sometimes, actually.
Indeed.
If you and the funny thing is, I at least have problems with reading people like that. But this game is really out there.
Yeah. Someone's kind of like, it's not easy to read that. She has anger management issues. You can say that much. But you go into this party and you look through Nathan. You can't find him.
Yeah, and you get into the VIP section.
Yeah, of these Vortex Club's members, pretty much.
Yeah, and who was the first you were talking to?
Yeah, you can either get in there like the legit way, saying you're a member, which you're your guest, which you are if you did the right thing in the early chapter, or you could do as I did, sneak your way in.
Oh,
you can get in two ways.
Is that written somewhere here in the choice? No, you did. That's a pretty big one. So why isn't that in?
I managed to find a way to sneak in.
Yeah, but that's not in the choices. Yeah. That's weird.
No, I know.
Because that's a pretty big one.
No, it wasn't a choice. Like, at one part of the pool was the way you enter. Then you had to go around the entire pool to sneak in the behind way.
Yeah, but I still think this should be mentioned. Which one you chose.
It's not a choice. It's not a choice. Like
but it's a choice in another way.
No.
Moving on. Yeah.
Before we get on.
And I actually didn't motivate you to go to the party here. It says that.
Say again?
You didn't motivate Daniel to attend the Vortex Club party.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's my name.
Yeah. I was thinking of you the whole time when I played that.
Yeah. Yeah,
he didn't look like you. I just have to add that. He didn't look like you. Yeah. I don't want to slander anyone here.
But we were actually, funny enough, quite similar. Although I'm not Artie. Like, no, Artie? What? I'm not that good with art that he is.
Yeah, he's amazing.
But as a person, we're actually quite similar, which is quite funny.
Yeah, you don't look like him at all. I have to add
No. Yeah, I actually motivated him to go to the party.
Just for fun. I didn't. I didn't want him there.
Okay, I did.
No nerds.
But nice. But going back to the story, after talking to some people, you find out that Nathan isn't there, and you find Victoria, the other.
And you ask her about
really mean one. Yeah.
And then
you have your usual talk, being nasty and nice, going back and forth.
And this
then you get
is
the choice.
Interesting. Don't spoil what this choice means yet. We have to go to that when you come to the next episode. But I have to warn you, this is kind of mindfuck.
Yeah. You have two choices. Yeah. After talking to Victoria, you could, one, warn her about the dark room.
Yeah.
And warn her that you think Nathan is coming for her.
Yeah.
And she says that, then she's going to find someone else to protect her.
No. This is actually funny.
You can choose not to warn her.
Yeah. This actually is affected by episode 1.
Yes. Where you decide if you want to laugh at her or be your friend after you got her.
So this is like real life. Your choice is going to bite you in the ass.
Yes. Indeed.
Yeah, they will hunt you down mercilessly.
Yeah, even when you don't think that they have a like, there's maybe plenty more things here that plays part of this that we don't actually understand yet.
Yeah.
Because it might be even deeper than we understand.
I'm
Because
actually going for a
it actually
second
feels
run to
like that
get
kind of
those.
game. It can be a possibility that it's actually more choices being part of this than we actually understand.
I'm actually going
But
for a second run.
yeah,
Because
I might. I don't know yet.
I have to get all the photographs. That's
I
actually
already have
trophies.
that.
The trophies is photo opportunities, who is scattered around the story.
Yeah, some kind of hard to find actually.
Yeah, some of them are like impossible to find if you don't know what they are.
Yeah.
They're like so little moments. There are not a second sometimes you have to press the button.
So glad
Yeah, but
it's the
still,
choice here.
you have two choices, but it's free here. But because why it's free choices here? It's because that is the thing. You can warn her, and she believes you. You can warn her, and she doesn't believe you. And
Yeah,
you can just don't warn her. And
exactly.
this decision is, like I said before, it's gonna bite you in the ass.
Yeah,
Really, really bite you in the ass.
yeah, it can. Like it's a weird one. We'll explain why later on.
Yeah. So
But
that's then you go back to the junkyard. What was the reason for that?
oh yeah, you leave the party
Yeah.
after finding out that Nathan isn't there.
After Mr.
Chloe,
Jefferson has given Victoria that award.
yeah, the Everyday Heroes contest.
Yeah, I really don't see why in the living something everyday hero contest is dependent has anything to do with photography.
Well, it can.
No,
Just the photos they take.
you're not the everyday hero because you take a
No,
picture.
no, it's not about you. It's whatever's in the picture.
Yeah,
That's at least the way I explain it.
yeah,
The
but
way
you
I
get my
interpret it.
point. It's pretty
Yes,
weird. It doesn't
yes,
make sense to me that is to be a hero.
yeah.
Yeah, maybe if you took
Details.
some picture to change the world.
Yeah, but then you aren't an everyday hero, are you?
No, but you get
Then
my
you're just a
you get where
hero.
I'm going with that.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you get my end game in that
Uh, yeah,
that thing.
sure.
Yeah, but because I don't see like that picture. What was it of now again? Her picture.
Well, what was her picture of?
Yeah, it
I
was.
don't actually remember. I don't
Yeah,
remember her picture.
yeah. Well, we're coming back to that later when we discuss another picture.
Yeah,
It comes up.
when we discuss episode 5.
Yeah, but then we're going back to the junkyard at least to dig up
Yeah,
Rachel's body.
yeah. Because after exiting this party, you get a text message from Nathan
Yeah.
that says, "After I'm done with her, there won't be any traces left."
Yeah, and then you rush after
And
the
you
body.
immediately believe he's talking about Rachel.
Yeah.
So you're going back.
Yeah.
You find Rachel. She's still there. Just
Yeah.
to get ambushed.
By, like I called out the first episode, I have to add.
Yeah, which you can
First
actually
time
find. I believe you said that out loud in the video, so you can actually see that he's talking the truth here.
Yeah, first time I talked to him, was it outside the classroom? When he was talking to Kate, actually, I think it was actually.
I don't remember exactly.
I
when it
actually
was,
think
but...
it was that time. I just called out, he can't be that nice for real. And like I predicted, Mr. Jefferson stabs you with a needle in the neck. And
Yeah,
you try to warn
drugging
Chloe.
her.
You try to warn Chloe in that weird thing, and he shoots her in the head.
Yeah. So he kills Chloe, he drugs
Yeah.
you, and voila, there's the end of episode 4.
Yeah, and yeah,
and you're just shitting bricks, so what comes next?
Yeah, and the problem is this will get even darker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This game isn't one for the faint of heart.
Yeah, I have to
Like,
stay away from the big choices now. We're going with the small first and going through that because the
Yeah.
big choices is so big.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And there's only one. Like, there's been 3, 4, or 5 pretty much big choices in each of the chapters.
There's just one
in this fifth
episode
chapter.
5.
There's only one.
Yeah, and that's the end game.
But yeah, that's the last thing you do in the game.
And in episode 5, you wake up in this bunker. I thought this was I mistaken it for a sex bunker. Sorry for that.
Yeah, well,
I think everyone who have seen my playthrough realized that I was going.
Yeah, well, for a long time at the beginning, I thought she was like Kate. When she talks about it, she felt like the way she describes it, it to me sounded like she had been raped.
Yeah, it was out there.
That's what I understood the entire time.
And this is not better in any way than that. I think it's disgusting. Either way, it's disgusting as hell. Yeah, you wake up there tied to a chair.
Yeah.
And
no one is there. It's completely empty.
Yeah, and then Mr. Jefferson comes.
No, you go back in time.
Yeah, you go back in time to, what was it?
Well, you see this, like, you're sitting there.
And I just have to warn you.
You find a photo that he took. And once again, you do that thing where you look into a photo and go back in time to when that photo was taken.
I have to warn you, this is going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. The 5th episode is like mind-breaking. It's like, it's harder to understand this episode than the movie Inception.
Well, I liked Inception.
But you can see why people have a hard time understanding it. You can see that.
Yes.
This is worse.
Yes, it is. I can say that.
I got to like
the movie and like
this is worse than inside. I think this is way worse.
Yeah. So back and forth, so much.
Yeah,
time
you go back to the classroom if I'm not mistaken. Right?
Yeah, later on you go back to the classroom. First you go back and you're still in this room, and then you find out what Mr. Jefferson's been doing.
Yeah.
You're there drugged on the floor.
This is
taking pictures.
This is really graphic. I just have to say that. It's not disgusting graphic like blood or anything like that. It's just psychological.
And you're still clothed, like it's nothing about nudity or anything
here,
but
it's the
he just stands there. You being
it's
drugged
the psychological
on the
part of it who is really graphic. It's like the mind thing.
Yeah.
It's disgusting in that way, I have to add.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
Episode 5, straight through the episode it's tough to play it in one go, and I did that. It's tough for the mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you go back and see what he done to you.
Yeah.
And there's no nudity or something like you said. It's just graphic in other ways. I see his point. I have to add that. I know what he means with it. I understand him in that way, but I can't agree with him. That's two different things. I just have to add that. I understand what he means with all his rambling about innocence and
Yeah, but I actually think, like, as he explains, he's not crazy in that sense.
No.
He
is
obsessed.
Yeah.
He is obsessed with this point where, as he says, he explains this to you later on after a second time when you go back in time. I said it's going to be a lot of time travel here. You go back and he explains, so why are you doing this? He's obsessed when innocence becomes, what did he say? Innocence becomes,
pure?
Pretty much when you're not like...
Pure, or what should you call it?
Well, fear.
Yeah.
Like innocence becomes fear or something. I don't remember right now what he says.
I would actually say, I'm not a psychologist or something. I've read a lot of courses in it. But I would actually say that the thing who makes me say that he's not insane, sick in that way, is that he's planning and his way talking about it and how he does it.
Yeah.
He's just obsessed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's a good word for it. He's obsessed about this thing. That he hurts people or just he pretty much destroys them for life. I don't know what happened to the girls ahead of Rachel, but I don't know if he pretty much what he does makes them commit suicide, or like it doesn't sound like he kills them,
No,
but
Rachel.
it seems like that
Why?
no one survives being there with him
I
anyway.
just have to add. Is this a spoiler at this point? I don't think it is. Nathan has helped him like a
Yes.
prodigy. He's
Yeah.
responsible for Rachel, if I'm not incorrect.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, that's the
'Cause
difference between Nathan in his role and Mr. Jefferson. Mr. Jefferson doesn't
yeah,
kill them at all. Nathan did go
he
wrong.
did it by mistake.
Yeah, and if I have to call it here, I think in that case, Nathan in this thing, he could be sick.
Well, no, I don't think so.
Yeah, but it's a higher possibility.
Because yes, but at the same time, no. Because you learn throughout the game, like he has a very demanding father.
Yeah.
This I don't remember his name right now, but I've talked to him about it. He owns this like barn, and he threatens, like I said, when they're in the dorm, Nathan is there. He threatens them with his father, but like they're not good. They're not on good terms, and he's pushing Nathan. The dad is pushing Nathan so hard, and he finds Mr. Jefferson as a father figure that's
who
more
accepts
understanding,
him
more
and-
worthy to listen,
Yeah.
and he likes photograph just like Mr. Jefferson. And when he finds out what Jefferson is doing, he's just trying to help, pretty much.
Yeah, and it goes wrong.
And Rachel was his attempt to recreate what Jefferson has been doing.
Yeah.
But the same drug that Jefferson uses, he overdoses Rachel,
Yeah.
which doesn't sedate her, but it kills her.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden he has to hide a body, and now she's not, like, all of a sudden she becomes missing.
Yeah.
The others haven't gone missing because they were found and then something else happened to them, probably.
Exactly.
This is my guess.
And they
We don't
couldn't
know what
prove
happens
anything because they
for
were too
Rachel.
drugged.
Exactly. But Rachel disappeared overnight, and that's what started this entire thing. And it's actually what causes Jefferson to actually kill Nathan.
Yeah.
When you wake up at the start of the Friday, episode 5, Nathan is dead already.
Yeah.
During the night, he got killed by Mr. Jefferson.
In
You
one
find
way to
that
cover
out
up
later on.
the tracks.
Yeah.
Because Nathan became a risk.
Yeah, he became a risk, and he made him into a scapegoat.
Yeah.
He nailed everything on him.
Yeah.
That was any kind of clue. He got nailed to Nathan, and Mr. Jefferson would have come away completely free.
Yeah.
If it weren't for a certain Max Caulfield.
Yeah, us and our the detective skills. Yeah, and
exactly.
okay, you go back there and you understand his motivation, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Take me from the
And then
this is tricky.
It's so tricky. Like, you go back twice, just still stuck in the room. Second time you can talk to him.
Yeah.
And then you find the picture you took. Like, he has taken your diary, which you've been written in the entire story. You can read what she writes. And you have there the picture she took in class the first day.
Yeah.
And you go back in time
To that time.
to tell David, you go back to pretty much the beginning of the game.
And you're mentioning David these details of Jefferson.
Yeah, that there's this room under, like, this dark room under this place in the woods, and the Mr. Jefferson is the guilty one.
Yeah.
And you try to, like, bolster Kate, be a front, like, tell her that whatever happens, I'm with you, and you go to confront both Mr. Jefferson and Victoria. That's starting like talking at the start of the class.
Yeah, and they look at you really odd.
Yeah, like, this isn't the Max they know, which it isn't, because she's
and
grown
how
about
in and I see something in their eyes. How in hell does she know this?
Exactly.
Because
And
she's not totally upfront with all the information she got. She's not totally, but she
no,
gives them clues that she knows way too much.
she knows what they're about to do before they even know they're doing it,
Yeah,
which is never a fun thing that a person knows what you're going to do before you do it.
I have that problem with one person.
Absolutely not a family
I
member.
have that problem with one person, and
Yeah,
she has that problem with me. Yeah,
yeah,
and that's a subject for a whole other time.
yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah, after this, once again, the memory ends, and all of a sudden, you change the future. So
yeah.
there you have the entire picture thing again, and
You wake up in the bunker.
no,
No?
this is the time where Mr. Jefferson is caught, and you are now the winner of the Everyday Heroes contest, and you fly to San Francisco with the principal.
Oh yeah. This will get really mushy. We maybe do some mistakes in the time frame here.
Yeah, we might. Like I said, it's hard enough played through it, and this is 3 days ago now. I think I finished the
Yeah,
game,
I
so
think we
the
should have
memory's
done this
starting to
straight
dull
away.
up a little bit. So
Yeah,
yeah, we should have done it, but we didn't. So
yeah. We
hopefully
were
you will
too
excuse
we
us.
were too tired in the head of this.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
was like breakdown after this episode for some
yeah,
way. So for just because of the ending part, we will come to that.
yeah. Well, entire episode 5 is just messed up.
Yeah,
But yeah, you're in San Francisco. You go to this very nice
with the principal.
yeah, exactly. This studio,
Yeah,
and there's your
principal
picture, and
bald
everyone
guy.
else is the winners around the country,
Yeah, and your picture is
and
there.
then yeah, and then you started having nosebleeds like you do. You go down to the bottom floor. You found out that Chloe has been calling you 6 times.
Yeah,
You pick up the phone, and all of a sudden you hear that the storm that you dreamt about in the first episode,
he's destroying the
it's
town.
now hitting Arcadia Bay.
Yeah,
It's about to destroy the town. So
yeah,
all this time, you have been trying to solve the murder and the disappearance of Rachel and the attempted murder on Kate, but you never solved the tornado.
yeah,
So all of a sudden now, you need to go back to change this.
yeah.
So you go back to you go back to the start again, or to almost, yeah, actually earlier than the game starts, where you take the photo that wins the Everyday Heroes contest, you rip it into shreds,
Yeah.
you go back, and now once again you're stuck in the dark room with Jefferson and not in prison and still fully alive.
Yeah, and is it some
It's
conversation before?
yeah,
You
but
hear
this
that someone is
is
coming, wasn't it?
yeah. Well, this is when it starts getting fucked up
Yeah,
because last choice in episode 4, did you warn Victoria or did you not? If you warned her, did she believe her?
yeah,
If she believed in your warning,
yeah,
the one she was going to search refuge from was, or refuge with,
yeah,
was Mr. Jefferson.
yeah. So you
So
killed her.
if you warn her and she believes you, you're going to find her dead next to you.
Yeah,
If, as
that's
I did, I
yeah,
didn't warn, or you try to warn her and she don't believe you,
yeah,
she survives. But if you warn her and you're friends with her, you have pretty much sent her to her own death.
yeah, and that didn't feel good.
Indeed.
Yeah,
So yeah, there we are.
yeah. Back in the
And
Life is Strange part.
yeah, yeah, exactly. And now when you get back here, Jefferson, in this timeline, after you pulled apart your photo at the start, now that he has this journal and he sees what you've done to this beautiful photo, he's burned your entire diary.
Yeah,
You no longer have any pictures to travel in time with. You're stuck in this timeline.
yeah,
And he's about to give you a lethal dose
yeah.
of whatever drugs he has.
Then Mr. Douche enters.
Yeah, somehow. This is the first part. I don't know how he knows he's here.
You told him.
Because did you in this timeline?
Yes, you did.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Because
he
in the same
says
timeline,
he actually comments that.
Yeah, but in the same timeline that you tell him, you also give the whole picture to Jefferson. In the next, you tear the picture apart. So then the entire scene where you warn him and give the picture to Jefferson kind of happened like that.
So you mean that I have to mail this damn game company, and we have found a plot hole.
Well, probably. This is my guess, because this is not explained. What happens is, it's the entire same scene. You warn him through the phone, you talk to Kate to try to help her, but you don't have a picture, so nothing happens in that sequence. That is the only way it makes sense in my head.
And he comes into the room, at least.
Yeah, he comes in the room.
And he gets hit in the head.
Yes.
And you have to rewind and go back and forth, back and forth.
First time, he doesn't know where Mr. Jefferson is. So Mr. Jefferson is going to one-shot him, if you talk game terms. Yeah. He's going to kill him in one blow.
Yeah.
Then you have to rewind time, warn him at the right moment too early, and Mr. Jefferson hits you, and you have to rewind again. Mm. And you have to rewind and redo until David beats Mr. Jefferson unconscious on the floor.
And that's a lot of rewinding.
Yes. And here, through this so far, through this, there's one option. Or one, what do you call it? Well, I completely forgot the name.
Choice?
Thank you. A choice. Whereas David got a scar during the fight, or David didn't get a scar during the fight.
Yeah.
Because if you rewind and say the correct things and do the correct things, you can actually keep David from being hit at all.
Yeah.
We both failed with that. We both got him injured.
Yeah, but
not dead, which is the important part.
Yeah.
And then he releases you, and you start having a conversation. Then you have a choice, either to go up, and because you realize there's one picture that you can use to travel back in time. Because before you went into the party, Warren took a picture of you and him. So now we have the choice. You either go up, try to call him, or you stand down a little bit longer and just go talk to David.
Yeah, and you have a choice to tell him the truth about Chloe or not.
Yeah, because
and if you tell him the
you're
truth,
there, you have a long talk about what's happened, and he talks about I'm sorry, I've been so bad, I'm not good at showing emotions, and I really try to care for Joyce and Chloe, but it's really hard.
And this is actually the time when you realize
make sure to tell Chloe that, and
this is
really
the time when you realize that he's not a douche.
Yeah, you really understand that he's not a step douche at all. And then you have to either tell him that Chloe is dead, or you have to lie and say that you don't know that she's safe.
Yeah, exactly. And we
did one of each.
I told him the truth, and he shot Mr. Jefferson in the head.
Yeah. While I told him didn't tell him the truth, and just said that I will find her.
Yeah.
And he was fine with that, and he didn't kill Mr. Jefferson. Instead, he went to the computer down there and started looking for clues and files about what happened. And now you go up, you call Warren, you find out that he's at the Two Wells Diner,
and it's a storm.
And you have to go there.
And the storm is really hitting Arcadia Bay.
Yeah. Or not quite yet.
Yeah, but
it's close enough to really start hurting the town.
Yeah.
There are cars on buildings. There are houses that's been starting to falling apart.
And you have some choices to save people. I didn't even see Evan.
Yeah, you can save the trucker, Evan, Alyssa, and the fisherman.
Yeah, but I didn't even see Evan.
You can find. No, he's a really tricky one, because Like the trucker, you see him when you if you say so load in the area. You don't really load in because you drive up in the car and then you seamlessly go into you can start moving. You can see him, you can save him pretty easily.
Yeah.
Alyssa, she's pretty easy to see. She's inside a building,
Yeah.
and there
They
are
fit.
choices that you can help her all throughout the game. The more times you've helped her, the easier it is to save her. Not enough times you saved her, and she will actually not believe you and start backing away and fall down to a hole in the floor and die.
No.
And
Was it
then
the
there's
fisherman
refrigerator.
who was the easiest one to not miss?
Yeah, because he's even in a video clip. But Evan, he's out there filming the tornado.
What an
He's on
idiot.
the yes, he's on the art school just as you, and you can see if you're not fast enough to go up to him, you will see him getting hit by a sign,
Oh.
and you will not see him more because he will be hit by a sign, and the sign is going to bring him with it.
Oh.
So what you're going to have to do then is rewind time and warn him so he will move out of the way.
Yeah.
And then the sign will come and he will survive and you can save him.
Oh, that's why I didn't see him.
Yeah, because he's probably already been hit by the sign and brought away from there.
Yeah. And then you will go to the diner.
Yeah, which is about to blow up when you get there.
And you have to save it. With some time
by
rewinding.
pouring some sand on the oil, I believe it is.
Yeah,
That's burning.
that little sand on that, it wouldn't work.
Yeah, you need way more sand. But
Yeah.
at least they understood chemistry, but
Yeah.
not enough.
And then you have a choice to talk to Joyce about David. I didn't even get to that conversation.
Yeah, you both have, because if you didn't kill Frank in the last, you can find him in the diner, and you can always find Joyce in the diner, and you can talk about Joyce about David, because since you met him and he's really sorry, like if you helped to throw him out, because if you're against him in the talk between like in the house earlier in the last episode, he get kicked out of the house.
Yeah.
And you have a chance to talk to Joyce about letting him get home again.
Oh.
And I managed to get her to agree to let him have another shot at being a family with Joyce. And then Chloe, since they at this point didn't know she was dead. Mm-hmm. And Frank, you can talk about him because he wonders just as much as you do what happened to Rachel.
Yeah.
And in a way, it's his fault that Rachel died because he supplied the drugs that killed her.
Oh.
So you can tell him it was your drugs that killed her, or you can completely hide it.
Yeah.
And I told him the truth.
I didn't.
He was not happy. No, he was not happy. Also, if you didn't kill Pompidou in either of the early situations, both when you threw the sausage, if you threw it in the parking lot, and you didn't kill him when you were at Frank's RV, he's there in the diner, and if you sit down, this space you can sit down. He actually put your head up against your knee. It's really nice, little nice gesture.
Yeah, and then you talk to Warren about the photograph and all the things that's actually happened.
Yeah, and you tell him about your power over time. You haven't told him yet. Chloe's the only one who knows. And you tell him everything and why you need the photo and what is happening, and he tells you that it's because of you going back and forth in time so much that the storm is even here.
Yeah.
Your all this time travel has distorted the world so much that it's about to destroy itself.
Yeah.
And at the very end, before you once again go back in time to try to change what you did, you have a chance to either kiss Warren, hug him, or just say bye and go back in time.
And then it goes really weird. You end up in a school in a world where everything goes backwards.
Yeah,
No,
you go
no.
like
First, you're in your classroom.
not right away.
First, you're in your
Uh,
classroom and you try to get out, and Mr. Jefferson comes.
yeah. Well, first of all, before this nightmare starts,
Yeah,
go back in time to try to keep Chloe from dying.
yeah,
Um, in a way, it's like try to stop her because the photo that you go back to is right outside the party, right before you go into the party.
yeah,
So you're trying to keep Chloe from dying. So you got to keep her away from Mr. Jefferson. And another really hard part to keep her from not wanting to kill someone.
yeah. I had some problems.
Yeah, me too. But after succeeding, the memory fades as normal, and you tell that you have to tell me when I get back from the future. You have to tell me everything I said, so I know what's happening.
Yeah,
And once you're there, and then you get one of those. Pretty much, you have time travel too much, so you go unconscious.
yeah,
And this is where the nightmare starts.
yeah. The sickest scene ever.
Yeah.
How are we supposed to
I
explain
don't
it?
remember all the parts even. It's
I
so
could,
much.
I can actually. You
First,
wake up in the
yeah,
classroom. You're
yeah,
trying to get out of the door, and Mr. Jefferson comes.
yeah.
And
Before that,
he's
there's
kind
actually
of.
blood falling towards the window,
Oh yeah, it is.
and no one else notices but you.
Yeah.
Uh,
Then Mr. Jefferson interrupts you when you try to get out. He's annoyed as
yeah,
hell.
yeah,
That's so weird.
yeah. And then
And the
says like,
game
"Would
forces
you
you.
like to keep on, stay all forever in my dark room?"
Yeah, and
And
you
you
all
have
your answers is.
only, yeah, or you have only things to say pretty much yes.
Yeah.
4 things that will say yes.
Yeah, and they are
Which is
really
fun
sick.
because in the background you hear Max start like, I wouldn't say any of this.
Yeah.
What is this? Like, but you have to say something weird.
Yeah.
Funny enough, we both said the right same thing. Uh, and you leave the classroom, and then all of a sudden you're in the dorm, and you have to go through the doors in a certain way. It's a puzzle. I took very much longer than you did to figure it out.
Yeah, and
I can say
everything is
that much.
backwards.
Yeah, then
Everyone
comes
moves
everything in the
backwards.
backward world.
Yeah.
Everyone walks backward, everyone talks backwards. There's a photo in there where you need to click the start menu to take the photo
Yeah.
instead of the photo button.
Yeah.
And then you go into a world where it's dark and everyone has flashlights and you need to stealth around them all.
Yeah.
And that's a long world.
Yeah, I hate stealth games. I have to add that.
Yeah, and now we have to stealth quite a bit.
Yeah, that's annoyed me.
Making that stuff short, because really it's about just stealthing through. You get out, you're back into the new future, you're up at the lighthouse.
No, you missed one thing.
Did I?
Yep,
What
you
did I miss?
missed the whole going through all the memories part.
Oh yeah, I did.
You actually get
After being in the world with all the flashlights, you go back first to
for a trail. Should
the
we call it a trail?
diner. You go back to the diner where you see all these people talking about how you let them die or how you kill
Yeah.
them, and then you find a Max Caulfield sitting there
Yeah.
yourself, and the Max Caulfield you find explains that she is one of the Max Caulfields in one of the alternate realities that she's been traveling back and forth from.
Yeah.
And she's pretty pissed off at you. And one of the last things she says is how Chloe is she even your real friend? Like, or is she just using you? It's like you left her alone for 5 years. Like, is she even your friend? And that starts a big walk through every single thing that
You and
Max and Chloe has been doing and saying together
and
through the
it's
entire
so
game.
damn emotional. I literally couldn't say a word in the entire
Yeah.
walk, and that walk took at least 20 minutes if you listen to everything I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was like
at
a
the very
mashup,
end.
almost exact same walk as if you played Fallout 4. You know what I've seen I'm talking about, and the lighthouse from BioShock in the end. Pretty absurd.
And we're back in the future, as I said.
Yeah.
And then comes the final choice. Because once, all of a sudden, Chloe starts to see things in a different way.
Yeah.
Before, she's all around herself, saving her, and she's the most important. But all of a sudden, she understands how much Max has sacrificed just to keep her alive. Throughout the game, you have saved Chloe from dying 4 times.
Yeah, in every
When you
episode.
play through the game,
Almost.
yeah, pretty much one time per episode she dies, and you have to save her from dying.
It's almost
4
like
times.
Kenny from South Park.
Yeah, exactly. He dies every single episode.
He doesn't anymore, but yeah.
Yeah, he did. He used to.
Yeah. And
But yeah, and you stand there while the tornado gets ever closer to this town. You get the final and biggest choice of the entire game.
And here it comes.
Do you sacrifice Chloe and go back in time, because she has the butterfly photo that you took at the very start. We didn't mention it, we forgot. But you take a butterfly photo in the bathroom right before she gets shot and killed.
Yeah.
So she has that photo, so you can go back in time and let Nathan kill her.
Yeah.
And therefore, everything that happens after, so pretty much the entire game, never happened.
Yeah.
Which is a weird ending, but I'm fairly okay with it. Or I'm really okay with it.
Yeah, and I took that
and
choice.
The other is Sacrifice Arcadia Bay.
Yeah.
So you're up there with Chloe, and as you stand there, you can slowly see the tornado getting closer and closer to town until it actually destroys it.
Rips it apart totally. And
yeah, and the end of the game is just you guys driving away in a car together.
Yeah, I have to add this, that in 99.9 of the times I would sacrifice Chloe.
Yeah. But in the one time where people can see, you sacrificed Arcadia Bay.
Yeah, because I was so emotionally caught by that walk. I was going through some stuff from my own past actually there, because some things just added up. Yeah. That's because of that thing I was thinking about, I decided to sacrifice Arcadia Bay.
Yeah. The person was more important than the town. For you at that very moment.
Yeah, because in that moment, I was standing making that choice. Mm-hmm. And I chose the person.
It wasn't Max and Chloe. It was you and
that
whoever.
Person.
Like, exactly that person.
Yeah, and I
don't know who it was. And,
I did let it rip the town apart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I used the logic of what I said before. You've brought back Chloe from the dead 4 times. And the one time you tried to save her dad, also, she ended up dying as well. Like, it feels like if you had no powers, if you were a normal human kid, Chloe would have died. And that made the most sense for me. That, well, it's the most logical ending. Like, Chloe was never supposed to be alive during any of this. She was supposed to be shot in that bathroom at the start of the game.
Exactly.
And that's what I chose to happen.
Yeah.
And
that was the choices part of this review. It's a long one.
Yeah, this is a long video. If you watch through the entire thing, amazing job.
Please leave a like and a comment in that case. Please do.
Yeah, and let's see, should we hashtag, what can you say? Hashtag time warp
Yeah.
Say hashtag time warp in the comments if you watch through this entire video. Because in that case, I almost want to contact you myself.
Yeah, exactly.
we've been talking for a long time now, and
I'm
it's been
amazed.
fun. But like, yeah, if you watch through this entire thing, thank you very much.
Yeah, and we're not done yet. Actually, we're at the ending part in my thinking.
Oh yeah, we're not done yet.
We have to round it
well,
up
to be fair,
we have to round it up with scores and stuff. And
yes,
we won't
that
keep on for that. We won't keep on for another 2 hours with scores. I promise.
Yeah, we'll try to keep this short for once.
Yeah.
No, but we say out of a 10 for the entire game first. Do we do that? Maybe.
Yeah.
I would probably give this game a 9 out of 10.
Yeah. Can I do a little ugly bastard and say 9.5?
Yeah, I actually thought about that. So yes, you're very allowed to do that. But I'm actually give it a 9 because there were some things that could have been. It wasn't the perfect game, and to be fair, I might never find the perfect game, and that's all right for me.
I have seen one.
If I found the perfect game, what should I actually start chasing then? So.
Yeah, exactly. That's the problem with finding the perfect game. How in the living something is the game after that going to be affected by what you have just played?
Yeah. But so yeah. So yeah, I said we said spoilers alert and pretty much talked through pretty much the entire game.
Yeah.
But if for some reason you've been listening to this and still hasn't played the game,
you are totally screwed.
Play it. Well, yeah, but still play it. It's still worth living through this.
And I'm going
I've heard everything we talked about, but it's such a journey to live through this game. Even if you know everything that happens, I think it's still a journey to go through this and actually sit there.
And I have to add, of course, I'm going to play Life is Strange Before the Storm, who is a prequel. I'm going to do that.
3 years earlier, I believe.
Yeah, like 3 years earlier. I'm going to do that in the near future.
Yeah.
And of course I'm going to live stream it, and I'm going to review it, but maybe not this long of a review, but yeah.
Well, yeah, hopefully not.
Yeah,
we've been talking for so long.
This has to be a record of some sort of a review.
Maybe.
I will actually try to make a shorter one for you guys.
Try. That's a good word.
I'm actually thinking about doing a shorter one of these. Actually, don't go through the choices.
Oh yeah, like we've been doing this entire 2 hours or something, and I was like, no, that's too long. We redo the entire thing. Yeah, that would be a nice call.
No, it's not that. I just mean that I'm going to do like a 3 or 4 minutes one.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
For those people who aren't crazy like us.
Yeah, to be fair, yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah, you can't be that crazy, really.
Well, yeah. But man,
yeah, this was one of the best games for a long time.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
So happy I played through it, and I hope whoever listened to this enjoyed it as well, just as much as we did.
Yeah. I hope you're still alive.
Yeah, yeah. Not died from boredom after listening to us.
Or died from old age.
Yeah. Yeah, that too.
I actually think that this was longer than my longest Life is Strange episode.
Yeah, no, it's surely not.
Yeah, we're getting there.
Episode 4 must have been longer.
We're getting there. We're getting there. I have to say that.
Yeah,
we're getting there.
Yeah, we are.
So I understand those people who wants the short review.
Yes. But maybe we should say thanks and bye.
Yeah, thank you for watching this, and yeah, we will try to make some reviews together when we play the same game.
Yes.
In the future.
And I gotta say, thanks for letting me on your channel. It's
no problem.
Been amazing talk with this game with you.
Yeah. But I guess I see you. See you soon again for the next live stream of a game, and the live stream of Life is Strange Before the Storm is, if it goes like planned, going to start next week sometime. Thank you, and I see you
Cool.
soon again. Thank you, and I see you soon again. Bye.